You had a baby die in your tummy, didn't you?
The wife felt her heart jolt. This was something she had never told anyone except me.
Honey, who told you I had a baby die in my tummy?
She told me she died in your tummy.
Hearing this, the wife's eyes began to sting with tears. She hurried to ask more questions.
What does she look like?
Like Cassie, but a little smaller and hair like yours. In heaven, this little girl came up to me and she wouldn't stop hugging me.
At this moment, tears streamed down the wife's face, but she tried her best to compose herself and continued asking.
Honey, what was her name?
She didn't have a name. You guys didn't name her.
These words cut through the wife's heart like a knife. Just a week ago, our son Colton and daughter Lucy had suddenly come down with high fevers. Thankfully, Lucy's condition improved the very next day, but Colton kept getting worse. We tried everything we could, but nothing worked. In the end, we had no choice but to rush him to the hospital. After running tests, the doctors told us he had acute appendicitis. His appendix had ruptured, and the infection had spread throughout his entire abdominal cavity. He needed emergency surgery right away, but his breathing had become extremely weak. The doctors told us to prepare for the worst. Unable to accept this reality, I lost control in the waiting room. Meanwhile, my wife put her faith in God. She called her friends and asked them to pray for our son. Within moments, all of them dropped what they were doing and prayed earnestly to God. Against all odds, a miracle happened. Colton made it through the critical period, but afterward, his behavior became a little strange. He kept saying odd things in front of his sister.
Is something wrong with Colton?
Why do you say that?
Because sometimes he sounds weird. He says Jesus has a horse.
At first, I didn't think much of it, but as his father, I was still curious about what was going on in his head.
How do you know about this horse?
Because I saw him in heaven.
When I heard this, I couldn't help but laugh. It was the kind of amused approval a parent has for a child's vivid imagination. But that night before bed, I decided to tell my wife about it. She also figured it was just his imagination running wild, so neither of us gave it much more thought. Until one day, I took Colton to a friend's funeral. After the service, he suddenly asked me something.
You had a grandpa named Pop, right?
That's right.
Was he your daddy's daddy or your mommy's daddy?
He was my mom's dad. He died when I was about your age.
He's very nice.
You saw Pop? You saw my grandfather? You saw him. Where did you see him?
In heaven?
Looking at my son's innocent face, I was completely stunned. I knew a 4-year-old wouldn't make something like this up.